His decision to back the Congress in 2024 Lok Sabha election has stirred a massive controversy, given the organization's allegedly clandestine empathy with the banned Popular Front of India. The SDPI has vehemently denied these accusations. Congress is treading cautiously on the issue, sensing that BJP could highlight it at the national level, especially since Congress leader Rahul Gandhi is contesting in Wayanad. Let me straight away cut across to Ashwin, who is joining us live from Thiruvananthapuram, to really understand the implications of this and what the Congress is doing in order to stay safe.
Well, Suyesha, let me just put it across. What is the hold of SDPI in the electoral numbers in Kerala? Back in 2014, the SDPI was able to get over 10,000 votes in 14 different constituencies. Now, 10,000 votes is a very big number, especially when the fight is going to be between three different parties. The situation has completely changed ever since the Prime Minister Modi had come to power. There has been an increasing vote share increase of the BJP. So which essentially means the competition, the polls in 2024 is going to be a tough fight between three different parties, between the Congress-led UDF, the left LDF, as well as the BJP, which is the NDA. Now, a significant vote share could, if it tilts from the SDPI side, it definitely would mean advantage for the Congress party. Remember, the SDPI has won over 103 wards in the state of Kerala in the last 2020 local body elections. So they are a significant number. In fact, in 2014, I remember it right, they had got around 48,000 votes just in Malappuram constituency, and that around 19,000 votes in Ponnani constituency and 18,000 votes in Vadakara constituency. Now, all these constituencies are going to be witnessing a very tough fight between the LDF, the UDF, and the BJP, which essentially means support by the SDPI is, although not forthcomingly welcomed by the Congress, they have not stated anything against it. So certainly the Congress, where the SDPI has given an unconditional support to the Congress, it essentially means the Congress is giving a soft support to a same organization which is known to allegedly have it's a political wing of the now banned outfit, the PFI. And certainly this has created a rumble. The BJP state president has called it that the Congress is openly taking the votes from allegedly anti-national political party, which has been around and has a significant voter base itself. So certainly, Suyesha, these allegations have already been swung by the BJP state president. In fact, the left also has said that the Congress does not have any kind of ethics when it comes to getting the vote. So there has been a backlash. Also, the Congress, in fact, is saying they are not asked SDPI for their support, but if anybody openly wants to give their support, they do not want to desist anything. So this is the kind of narrative that is going on. Certainly, what is out openly is that one, SDPI offering unconditional support to the Congress party, number one. Number two, Congress not denying it, not saying that they don't want it. They, in fact, are very clandestinely welcoming it by saying that in the last assembly elections, the SDPI had supported the left. So there is no question of taking any other stance. So certainly it is a very nuanced approach by the Congress. They are not denying it. They are not going against it. Certainly that will send a bigger picture stating what the Congress party is doing in a desperate attempt to ensure their seats. In the last elections, out of 20 seats, the Congress and UDF had won 19 seats. And this time they want to maintain it, and that is the kind of a pressure that they are certainly in. And the BJP also giving no stones unturned. They're giving the best candidates. In fact, the BJP state president himself is contesting against Rahul Gandhi. Tomorrow he will be filing his nomination, and none other than Smriti Irani will be joining him in the morning at 9 a.m. while he is filing the nomination. So certainly this is all important, and the SDPI support what the Congress stance in this issue will out is yet to be very clear. although the leader of the Congress party, the leader of opposition, V.D. Satishan, has stated they have not asked for support from the SDPI. If somebody offers it, it is their wish and we have nothing to say about it. So this is the current situation, but nonetheless, this is going to snowball on Congress. It needs to be seen how the Congress national leadership will respond to the support given by the SDPI. Suesha.
Oh yes, absolutely, Ashwin. And whether this approach is nuanced or something that can completely go against them, time will tell. But this also shows a lack of faith in Rahul Gandhi, considering he's contesting from Wayanad. And is Congress really making the right move? We'll wait and watch. For the moment, thank you, Ashwin, for joining us. Shifting focus to Maharashtra now, where the Maharashtra unit of the Congress is prepping a proposal to expel party leader Sanjay Nirupam for his recent remarks against Indie ally Shiv Sena over seat sharing for the Lok Sabha election. The proposal would be sent across to the Congress High Command in Delhi, and the party's disciplinary committee will take the final call. The decision was taken at a meeting of the State Congress Committee, which has also decided to push for the removal of Sanjay Nirupam from the party's list of star campaigners in the run-up to the polls. Maharashtra Congress Chief Nana Patole has said, and I quote, "We have taken him off as a star campaigner and have also initiated disciplinary action against him over the statements he made," unquote. Let's listen in to that statement.
बिल्कुल उनका स्टार प्रचारक में नाम आया था, वो हमने कैंसिल किया है। और जिस तरह से उनके वक्तव्य आ रहे हैं, वो किसी की सुपारी लिए जैसे वक्तव्य कर रहे हैं, और इसलिए उनके ऊपर शिस्त भंग की कार्रवाई की जाएंगी। आज उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई आज या कल में हो जाएगी।
क्या पार्टी से निकाला जाएगा?
कार्रवाई होगी।
नोटिस दिया जाएगा पहले?
कोई नोटिस नहीं है, ऑन द स्पॉट।
आज कैंपेन कमेटी के मीटिंग में ये सारी चर्चाएं उठी। सदस्यों ने मांग की कि उनके ऊपर कार्रवाई की जाए, क्योंकि वो पार्टी के खिलाफ और पार्टी के स्टैंड के खिलाफ लगातार बोलते जा रहे, लगातार नियमों का भंग करते जा रहे। तो उन्हें आज स्टार कैंपेनर के लिस्ट से हटाया गया है और आगे की कार्रवाई जो है वो पृथ्वीराज चौहान साहब हमारे डिसिप्लिनरी कमेटी के अध्यक्ष है, आगे की कार्रवाई वहां से शुरू होगी।
Alisha now joining us from the Delhi newsroom. Alisha, given the kind of developments and the statements that are coming in, Sanjay Nirupam, who is also likely to quit the party is also mulling expelling him. Is it a two-way street? Is it time up for Nirupam in the Congress?
Well, Suesha, yes, where Sanjay Nirupam, while speaking to the public, has also even mentioned that it will be an ultimatum, a one-week ultimatum that will be given to the Congress High Command over the alliance with Shiv Sena in Mahavikas Aghadi. And there were several other allegations that has also been levelled by Sanjay Nirupam last week in a press conference. We have stated that the Congress seat has always been with the Mumbai Northwest constituency seat has always been with the Congress, but now it is Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena who has been taking a hold of the seat sharing, the meeting that happened since many times, and even today where the Mahavikas Aghadi is going to hold a meeting, but it is Shiv Sena who is taking the hold of the seat sharing. And this rift comes after where Shiv Sena led by Uddhav Thackeray has declared the candidate Amol Kirtikar as from Mumbai North West seat. But now what we know that Sanjay Nirupam has decided to quit, and we even know there was a meeting that happened in Tilak Bhavan where the Congress senior leaders were present, and in a press conference where even Maharashtra Congress Chief Nana Patole made it very much clear that it is a disciplinary action that is going to be taken, and that has already been initiated against Sanjay Nirupam. A proposal has already been sent to the Delhi leadership, and the decision will be taken by late evening or tomorrow morning.
All right, Alisha, we wait and watch what happens. And in that news conference, what exactly will Sanjay Nirupam say? Tracking all the developments for the moment. Thank you for joining us. And on to other news in brief. Union Home Minister Amit Shah in a public meeting affirmed that Kashmir belongs to us. Amit Shah further stated that Prime Minister in his second tenure removed Article 370 and made Kashmir an integral part of India. Jalpaiguri DM Shama Parveen and District SP Umesh Ganpat inspect storm-affected areas and monitor the relief distribution amongst victims. Former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi revealed that he was diagnosed with cancer and claimed that he would not be able to take part in BJP's Lok Sabha poll campaign. Aam Aadmi Party leader Gopal Rai announced the second phase of Kejriwal to Ashirwad campaign. He called for a community fast on the 7th of April across the country. Rai said that this is an open call to all people, organizations and parties. National Security Advisor Ajit Doval headed the Indian delegation at the 19th meeting of secretaries of the Security Council of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization in Kazakhstan. Additionally, during his trip, the NSA met with Kazakhstan's president. And while in a big boost to NDA ahead of the mega election, independent candidate Sumalata has now decided to back H.D. Kumaraswamy in Mandya. Not only this, Sumalata will also join the BJP on the 6th of April and has decided to not contest the Lok Sabha elections. Remember, Sumalata is the first independent woman MP from Karnataka and also defeated Nikhil Kumaraswamy in 2019. With Sumalata now extending support to NDA, it is indeed seen as a mega boost.
ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೀವು ನೋಡುವಾಗೆ MP ಸೀಟು MLA ಸೀಟು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಸುಮಲತಾ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ MP ಟಿಕೆಟ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಸೇರುವಂತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದಮೇಲೆ ಕೋಪ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಪಾರ್ಟಿ ಬಿಟ್ಟೋಗ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಸುಮಲತಾ ಅಂಬರೀಶ್ MP ಟಿಕೆಟ್ನ ಬಿಟ್ಟುಕೊಟ್ಟು ನಾನು ಬಿಜೆಪಿ ಪಕ್ಷವನ್ನು ಸೇರುವಂತ ನಿರ್ಧಾರವನ್ನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
Meanwhile, Union Home Minister Amit Shah attacked the Indy alliance while addressing a public rally in Uttar Pradesh's Muzaffarnagar. He said that former Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru had committed a blunder by implementing Article 370 in Jammu and Kashmir. Let's listen in to what he said.
ये कश्मीर जो है हमारा है या नहीं है? जोर से बोलो, कश्मीर हमारा है या नहीं है? धारा 370 हटनी चाहिए थी या नहीं हटनी चाहिए थी? एक कांग्रेस वाले 50 साल से धारा 370 को संभाल पर बैठे थे. मोदी जी ने दूसरी बार जब आपने प्रधानमंत्री बनाया, धारा 370 को समाप्त कर कश्मीर को भारत के साथ जोड़ने का काम किया. भाई और बहनों, नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने कश्मीर में से आतंकवाद को समाप्त करने का काम किया है. सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक और एयर स्ट्राइक कर पाकिस्तान के घर में घुसकर आतंकवादियों का सफाया करने का काम नरेंद्र मोदी जी ने किया है. भाइयों और बहनों, ये जो घमंडिया गठबंधन है, अखिलेश यादव जी की पार्टी, कांग्रेस पार्टी, ये कभी नहीं चाहते थे अयोध्या में राम मंदिर बने. मुझे बताओ, अयोध्या में राम मंदिर बनना चाहिए था या नहीं बनना चाहिए था? जोर से बोलो, बनना चाहिए था या नहीं बनना चाहिए था? एक कांग्रेस पार्टी ने 70 साल तक राम जन्मभूमि के मुद्दे को अटका कर रखा, लटका कर रखा, भटका कर रखा. मोदी जी ने केस भी जीता, भूमि पूजन भी किया, और 22 जनवरी को रामलला की प्राण प्रतिष्ठा भी कर दी।
For a short commercial break. On the other side, Jaishankar targets Nehru, claims the former Prime Minister prioritized China over India when it came to permanent seat in UNSC.
$15,000 placements in 2022-23. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
हमने कोरोनिल बना रखी है। इसमें श्वासारी जो है ये फेफड़ों की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, ये जो है कोरोनिल ये पूरी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी के लिए। तो श्वासारी खाली पेट 2-2 गोली सुबह दोपहर शाम 3 बार।
The Supreme Court of India has come down heavily on Ramdev for violating its directives on misleading advertisements of Patanjali's medicinal products. This even as the yoga guru appeared for the first time in the court. The top court has called out Patanjali for absolute defiance of its order while refusing to accept an unconditional apology.
The Patanjali share, which saw a fall in the morning at around 11:30 when the markets had just opened, the share markets had just opened, Patanjali shares fell by about 1.5%, 1.26% to be precise. But the key takeaway from Supreme Court hearing with Patanjali every time is the observations of the court. The court makes it loud and clear to Patanjali that you're a chronic defaulter. You cannot be trusted.
It all escalated after the Supreme Court threatened to impose cost of rupees 1 crore on Patanjali for its continued false advertisements. However, the advertisements from Patanjali continued, something that Patanjali argues was a mistake by its media department. Will Patanjali be able to redeem itself in the next hearing on April 10th? Remains to be seen. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
Legal trouble continues to mount for Patanjali.
हमने कोरोनिल बना रखी है। इसमें श्वासारी जो है ये फेफड़ों की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, ये जो है कोरोनिल ये पूरी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी के लिए। तो श्वासारी खाली पेट 2-2 गोली सुबह दोपहर शाम 3 बार।
Calling out Patanjali Ayurveda for absolute defiance, the Supreme Court has wrapped Ramdev for defying its earlier notice in the misleading advertisement case. The top court has refused to accept the unconditional apology of Ramdev, calling it mere lip service. The Supreme Court took exception to Ramdev for shifting the blame to the media department of the firm. The bench questioned Ramdev whether Patanjali Ayurveda wasn't aware of the court proceedings. The courtroom battle came even as Patanjali Ayurveda issued an advertisement after it assured the top court last year that it refrained from making any casual statements, claiming medical efficacy or against any system of medicine. The Supreme Court has granted one last opportunity to Ramdev, asking him to file a fresh affidavit in a week. Why?
Thank you for staying with Republic. And while Saran was once upon a time an RJD stronghold, a constituency which catapulted Lalu's poll prospects, but the RJD bastion was snatched away from Lalu Prasad by the BJP over the years. Since 2014, the RJD has been scrambling to reclaim what was once its stronghold. Rabri Devi, Chandrika Rai, none of these big faces were able to defeat BJP's Rajiv Pratap Rudy. So this time around, Lalu's daughter Rohini Acharya is on a mission. Will it be mission redemption or will it be a hat-trick for Rajiv Pratap Rudy? Getting you all the details in this report.
It's time for a high-profile face-off in Bihar's Saran Lok Sabha seat. This battle will also herald a new chapter for Lalu's RJD. Although there is no official announcement yet, the corridor of RJD are buzzing with news of Rohini Acharya's electoral debut. The 2024 battle marks Rohini Acharya's entry into electoral politics. But Saran fight will be an uphill battle for the RJD. Saran Lok Sabha constituency will go to polls on 20th of May. Rohini Acharya will be taking on the incumbent MP and Union Minister Rajiv Pratap Rudy. Remember, the fight against Rudy will not be a cakewalk. The Saran constituency has long been considered the pocket borough of the RJD. Lalu represented this constituency 4 times, winning his first election from Saran in 1977. However, the political dynamics weren't the same. There has been a tectonic shift leading to the loss of this seat by the RJD. Lalu's family faced a major embarrassment in 2014 when Rabri Devi faced defeat at the hands of Rajiv Pratap Rudy of the BJP. Despite efforts to reclaim the seat in 2019 elections by fielding Chandrika Rai, who is the estranged father-in-law of Lalu's eldest son Tej Pratap, the RJD was unsuccessful once again, with Rai also losing to Rudy. The BJP MP candidate believes that the result won't be different anytime soon.
I really do not know who is their candidate, but I heard that someone is a candidate who belongs to the family once again. And of course, he has every right to field the candidate, but within the family again, once again, I really have no idea about it. For me, when you call it a tough fight against Lalu's family, so I have been contesting against Lalu Yadav. I have contested against Rabri ji, who was a chief minister and also a very senior politician. I have contested against the in-laws of Lalu ji. So absolutely, it's not a new experience for me, and I have been battling Lalu Prasad ji for the last 30 years. And that's my credential, but the country doesn't know who contests Lalu Yadav. That is the tragedy of the whole thing.
On the other hand, Rohini Acharya would kick off her poll campaign in Saran, exuded confidence over the response she received from the electorate.
लालू जी की विरासत पूरी बिहार की जनता है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि बिहार की जनता लालू जी की विरासत को आगे सदियों तक बढ़ाते रहेगी। कि आज आपने जो मुझे इतना प्यार दिया, अपनी बेटी की तरह मुझे माना, इतना प्यार सम्मान दिया, मैं तहे दिल से आप लोगों का शुक्रिया करती हूँ और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि ऐसा आशीर्वाद प्यार आपने मेरे पिताजी को दिया। वैसा ही मैं इच्छा लेकर के आई थी कि मुझे भी सारन की धरती, सारन के लोग मुझे भी गले लगाएंगे।
It will be an interesting battle as nobody apart from Lalu Yadav has won the Saran seat from the RJD. Rabri Devi, Chandrika Rai, both of them were defeated by the BJP. So can Rohini Acharya turn the tide for Lalu in Saran this time around? Or will it be a hat-trick for Rajiv Pratap Rudy? Only time will tell. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
And well, Republic Media Network is proud to announce the launch of our exclusive Nazar Ka Tika campaign, encouraging all Indians to come ahead and vote. At Republic, we believe voting is the cornerstone of our democracy, driving progress and safeguarding freedom for all. Join us in our Nazar Ka Tika campaign and vote for a new India. On that note, we slip into a short commercial break. On the other side is Superfast 50. Stay tuned.
दुनिया की सबसे पुरानी भाषा तमिल भाषा हिंदुस्तान की है। मैं दुनिया को बताना चाहता हूं, सबसे पुरानी भाषा का गर्व प्राप्त है, वो मेरी तमिल भाषा है।
मैच फिक्सिंग का चुनाव बीजेपी जीते तो इस पूरे देश में आग लगने जा रही है, आग लगने जा रही है।
शाहजादे ने ऐलान किया है कि अगर देश ने तीसरी बार बीजेपी सरकार को चुनी, आग लग जाएगी।
With Lok Sabha polls just days away, Rahul Gandhi has issued a big warning.
अगर हिंदुस्तान में मैच फिक्सिंग का चुनाव बीजेपी जीते और उसके बाद संविधान को उन्होंने बदला तो इस पूरे देश में आग लगने जा रही है.
Prime Minister Modi has called out Rahul Gandhi's emergency mindset.
कांग्रेस के शाही परिवार के शाहजादे ने ऐलान किया है कि अगर देश ने तीसरी बार बीजेपी सरकार को चुनी, आग लग जाएगी. 60 साल तक देश पर राज करने वाले 10 साल सत्ता से बाहर क्या रह गए, अब देश में आग लगाने की बात कर रहे हैं.
Rahul Gandhi has ended up
During the hearing of Kejriwal's bail plea in Delhi High Court, Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal lashed out at the Enforcement Directorate, saying the sole purpose of the probe agency is to humiliate him. After AAP claims Kejriwal's health is deteriorating in ED custody, Tihar Jail issued a statement saying Kejriwal's vitals are normal and that his weight is the same since the day of his custody. Aam Aadmi Party leader Atishi made strong claims against BJP leader Basuri Swaraj, saying that Basuri Swaraj represented the ED in the case against Sanjay Singh in the Delhi excise policy scam. She further added that the probe agency is working on behalf of the Saffron Party, saying that the ED is BJP and BJP is ED. AAP MP Sanjay Singh to walk out of jail today. This comes a day after Supreme Court granted him bail in the Liquorgate scam. Sources say that he will be visiting Kejriwal's residence post the release. On AAP leader Sanjay Singh's bail, TMC leader Shatrughan Sinha termed action against Sanjay Singh and others as political vendetta. He further added that Sanjay Singh is a revolutionary leader and said that Singh should have been granted bail long ago. Delhi BJP President Virendra Sachdeva sent a defamation notice to Atishi after her join BJP or go to jail claim. He demanded an apology for her remarks. Congress sitting MP and candidate Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination for the Wayanad seat. He conducted a roadshow in Wayanad, his constituency, before filing his nomination. His sister and party's General Secretary Priyanka Gandhi Vadra also accompanied him. Stage is set for a fierce battle in Wayanad. While Congress's Rahul Gandhi filed his nomination for Wayanad seat, CPI has fielded Annie Raja from the seat and BJP has fielded its state unit chief K. Surendran from the same seat. Top sources say Sanjay Nirupam is likely to dump the Congress. Maharashtra Congress chief takes disciplinary action against Nirupam for his anti-party stand. Weeks ahead of the Lok Sabha polls, Karnataka's Mandya MP Sumalata Ambarish has announced her decision to join the BJP today. This comes after she met H.D. Kumaraswamy, who sought her cooperation in the Lok Sabha elections. Kumaraswamy is the Mandya candidate for the BJP alliance in Karnataka. Maharashtra Pradesh Congress Committee files complaint with Chief Electoral Officer against BJP and its Nagpur candidate Nitin Gadkari for allegedly violating the Model Code of Conduct. The letter reads that despite clear directives from the Election Commission regarding the prohibition of involving children in election-related activities, BJP and Nitin Gadkari have been using school children for poll personal campaign. In a bold declaration from Raipur, Chhattisgarh Chief Minister Vishnu Deosai firmly asserted that the BJP's prowess in the upcoming elections, where Sai expressed confidence in the electorate's support, confidently stating that the Congress would not secure any of Chhattisgarh's 11 seats. In another jolt to the fledgling Indie bloc, PDP chief Mehbooba Mufti has announced that the party will contest on all the 5 Lok Sabha polls alone. Veteran politician Sharad Pawar approached the Supreme Court alleging that Ajit Pawar faction of NCP has not complied with the court's direction. The dispute revolves around the use of the clock symbol in advertisements, with Sharad Pawar contending that the faction failed to adhere to the court's directive of including disclaimers stating the symbol's sub judice status. Riding on a bullock cart, President of RLP Hanuman Beniwal campaigned in a village under the Nagaur Lok Sabha area in Rajasthan, this as a part of the election rally for the upcoming Lok Sabha polls. BJP MP from Jalgaon, Unmesh Patil, joined Uddhav Thackeray's Shiv Sena. BJP had replaced Unmesh Patil with Smita Wagh as its Jalgaon candidate for Lok Sabha elections. RJD President Lalu Prasad Yadav's daughter Rohini Acharya rolled out her poll campaign from Saran. She said that Saran will become her Karm Bhumi. Former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister and RJD leader Tejashwi Yadav hit out at Prime Minister's dynasty politics remark and said that Prime Minister campaigned for a candidate who is a Parivarwadi politician in Bihar. He added that there is a stark contrast between Prime Minister Modi's promises and his actions. BJP leader Om Birla filed his nomination for Lok Sabha polls from Kota, Bundi in Rajasthan today. He expressed confidence to win the third time. RJD candidate Bima Bharti filed her nomination for Lok Sabha elections from Purnia today. She added that former MP Rajesh Ranjan alias Pappu Yadav will support her in the Lok Sabha elections. Huge fire broke out this evening at the Vinayak Corporation factory in Gujarat's Morbi. Smoke could be seen wrapped around the factory as the whole establishment crumbled under the flames. Emergency services were rushed to the spot. Union Home Minister Amit Shah in a public meeting affirmed that Kashmir belongs to us. Amit Shah further stated that Prime Minister in his second tenure removed Article 370 and made Kashmir an integral part of India. Jalpaiguri DM Shama Parveen and District SP Umesh Ganpat inspect storm-affected areas and monitored the relief distribution amongst victims. AAP leader Gopal Rai announced the second phase of Kejriwal's Ko Ashirwad campaign. He called for a community fast on April 7th across the country. Rai said that this is an open call to all people, organizations and parties. Former Bihar Deputy Chief Minister Sushil Kumar Modi revealed that he was diagnosed with cancer and claimed that he would not be able to take part in BJP's Lok Sabha poll campaign. Bodies of 13 Maoists, including 3 women, were recovered along with arms and ammunition following an encounter between Maoists and security forces in Chhattisgarh's Bijapur district. IG Bastar Range P. Sundarraj stated that the bodies are being identified. Uttar Pradesh Police Special Task Force arrested the main accused Rajin Narayan over UP Police Constable recruitment paper leak case. NSA Ajit Doval headed the Indian delegation at the 19th meeting of Secretaries of Security Council of SCO in Kazakhstan. Additionally, during his trip, NSA met with Kazakhstan's president. Lok Sabha elections near Tripura CM Manik Saha campaigned for Sukanta Majumdar, who is the BJP candidate from Balurghat Lok Sabha constituency in Dakshin Dinajpur of West Bengal. India's largest renewable energy company, Adani Green Energy, has achieved a major milestone. Their operational capacity has surpassed 10,000 megawatts, which is enough to power millions of homes and avoid millions of tons of carbon emissions every year. This is a big step towards India's goal of using more clean energy by 2030. The company is also building the world's largest solar power plant in Gujarat, which will be 5 times the size of Paris. At least 9 people were killed and more than 800 were injured by a massive earthquake in Taiwan that damaged dozens of buildings and prompted tsunami warnings that extended to Japan and Philippines before being lifted. Taiwan's vice president viewed the damage caused by the earthquake in Hualien City. Today, William Lai was shown a partially collapsed building and spoke to the press, where he said rescue efforts are the most important at the moment. Emergency services have been extended in Taiwan. The search for survivors in partially collapsed buildings in Hualien City is underway. This following Taiwan's strongest earthquake in nearly 25 years. Footage from the country's fire department showed workers using specialized detection devices and dogs to locate those who may be stuck inside buildings rocked by tremors. Israeli police has alleged that a burning torch was thrown at a police officer during a protest. 3 people among activists who led a demonstration against Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for his offensive in Gaza, police said it opened an investigation, were arrested afterward. Iranian and Syrian ambassadors to United Nations pulled up Israel for an airstrike at the Iranian consulate that killed at least 2 Iranian generals and 5 officers. UNSC members also called for Israel to be held accountable for the misfire that killed 6 international aid workers with World Central Kitchen charity. Indonesian President-elect greeted Japan's defense minister with an honor guard ceremony while on a diplomatic visit. His trip to Tokyo will have talks on maintaining amicable inter-country ties in the Asia-Pacific region and regional security. More than 53,000 people have fled Haiti's capital in less than 3 weeks to escape unrelenting gang violence, according to a new UN report. For the second day in a row, police had to fight off gangs attempting to get close to National Palace, burning tires and blocking streets. North Korea reports suggest that a new type intermediate-range hypersonic missile has been developed. Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un watched the first test launch of the missile on the outskirts of the capital, Pyongyang. Google has agreed to purge billions of records containing personal information collected from more than 136 million people in the US surfing the internet through its Chrome web browser. The move comes as part of a settlement in a lawsuit accusing the search giant of illegal surveillance. Thousands of homes and businesses were without power as severe weather roared through several states, causing at least 1 death and spawning possible tornadoes. More than 18,000 homes and residential neighbors were reportedly without power for most of the day. Rajasthan Royals continue to maintain the first position in points table of Premier League this season, closely trailing behind our Knight Riders of Kolkata, who have won both their contested matches so far. Meanwhile, following Tuesday's games, Bangalore was hit by another loss, plummeting their rank to the 9th position. Delhi Capitals are set to face Kolkata Knight Riders in match number 16 of the IPL. The teams will play at Visakhapatnam's Dr. Y.S. Rajasekara Reddy Cricket Stadium. Australia's former fast bowling star Brett Lee is all praises for Mayank Yadav after his game at the Lucknow vs Punjab IPL game. Lee described Yadav as a young sensation and the talk of the town. He also said that he is excited to see how Yadav progresses in the game here onward. Following a fabulous display of skills against Altai on Sunday, Cristiano Ronaldo registered a second hat-trick in a space of 72 years. The triple slotting in a net is set to go down in football history as Ronaldo's 65th career hat-trick. Lionel Messi returned to Inter Miami training on Tuesday. However, Inter Miami coach Gerardo Martino said the star is still in doubt to play against Monterrey in the CONCACAF Champions Cup quarterfinals. The 36-year-old striker has not played since March 13 when he suffered a muscle strain in his right leg in the second leg against Nashville SC in round of 16 of the regional tournament. Koneru Hampi to lead India's challenge at Women's Candidates Tournament set to being in Toronto. Chess prodigy R. Vaishali to also represent India at the top chess tournament. Renowned playback singer Abhijit Bhattacharya has criticized musicians for using auto-tune. The veteran singer has also sung over 6,000 songs in several languages, weighed in that till date he is not sure about what constitutes auto-tune and reflected on his era of music. DC fans rejoiced as makers of the Joker franchise announced that much-awaited trailer of Joker 2 will be released on the 9th of April. One of the most intriguing aspects of the film will be Hollywood singer Lady Gaga's portrayal of Harley Quinn, while Joaquin Phoenix brings to life the character of Arthur Fleck once more. Actors Kirsten Dunst, Jesse Plemons and Nick Offerman premiered their new action movie Civil War in Los Angeles. The film, directed by Alex Garland, tells the story of dystopian America and follows a group of journalists documenting the country at war with itself in the not-so-distant future. Travis Kelce announced the headliners for his second annual music festival called Kelce Jam. The event will be held on the 18th of May and live streamed from Azura Amphitheater in Bonner Springs, Kansas. The event will feature performances by Lil Wayne and Kansas City rap legend Tech 9, who performed at last year's concert.
$15,000 placements in 2022-23. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है। हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, एक शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं।
इंडिया अलायंस ने अपना घोषणा पत्र शक्ति को खत्म करने के लिए किया है। मैं इस चुनौती को स्वीकार करता हूं और मैं इन शक्ति स्वरूपा माताओं बहनों की रक्षा के लिए जान की बाजी लगा दूंगा।
Legal trouble continues to mount for Patanjali.
हमने कोरोनिल बना रखी है। इसमें श्वासारी जो है ये फेफड़ों की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, ये जो है कोरोनिल ये पूरी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी के लिए। तो श्वासारी खाली पेट 2-2 गोली सुबह दोपहर शाम 3 बार।
Calling out Patanjali Ayurveda for absolute defiance, the Supreme Court has wrapped Ramdev for defying its earlier notice in the misleading advertisement case. The top court has refused to accept the unconditional apology of Ramdev, calling it mere lip service. The Supreme Court took exception to Ramdev for shifting the blame to the media department of the firm. The bench questioned Ramdev whether Patanjali Ayurveda wasn't aware of the court proceedings. The courtroom battle came even as Patanjali Ayurveda issued an advertisement after it assured the top court last year that it refrained from making any casual statements, claiming medical efficacy or against any system of medicine. The Supreme Court has granted one last opportunity to Ramdev, asking him to file a fresh affidavit in a week. Why did Patanjali defy the top court's order? Let's debate.
कांग्रेस को जब से कर्नाटका में मौका मिला है तो इन्होंने कर्नाटका को अपना एटीएम बना दिया है।
And the latest is that Rahul Gandhi has threatened that the country will burn. Rahul Gandhi says, "Aag lag jayegi. The country will burn if Narendra Modi gets elected to a third term and any changes are made to the constitution." In Hindi, he has said, "Aag lag jayegi desh mein, aag lag jayegi," which literally means that the country will be on fire. Now, there are no two ways of looking at it. So it is totally clear to me that Rahul Gandhi, on behalf of the Indian National Congress, has said that he will set the country ablaze if someone else wins and if the winning sides makes changes to the constitution with the numbers that they have. Now, what does Rahul Gandhi's "aag lag jayegi" comment imply? First, that he's absolutely certain that the NDA will get over 2/3 majority in the Lok Sabha.
What was once upon a time an RJD stronghold, a constituency that catapulted Lalu's poll prospects, but the RJD bastion was snatched away from Lalu by the BJP over the years. Since 2014, the RJD has been scrambling to reclaim what was once its stronghold. From Rabri Devi to Chandrika Rai, none of these big faces who were able to defeat BJP's Rajiv Pratap Rudy. So this time around, Lalu's daughter, Rohini Acharya, is on a mission. But the question being, will it be mission redemption or will it be a hat-trick for Mr. Rudy? Here's the report.
It's time for a high-profile face-off in Bihar's Saran Lok Sabha seat. This battle will also herald a new chapter for Lalu's RJD. Although there is no official announcement yet, the corridor of RJD are buzzing with news of Rohini Acharya's electoral debut. The 2024 battle marks Rohini Acharya's entry into electoral politics. But Saran fight will be an uphill battle for the RJD. Saran Lok Sabha constituency will go to polls on 20th of May. Rohini Acharya will be taking on the incumbent MP and Union Minister Rajiv Pratap Rudy. Remember, the fight against Rudy will not be a cakewalk. The Saran constituency has long been considered the pocket borough of the RJD. Lalu represented this constituency 4 times, winning his first election from Saran in 1977. However, the political dynamics weren't the same. There has been a tectonic shift leading to the loss of this seat by the RJD. Lalu's family faced a major embarrassment in 2014 when Rabri Devi faced defeat at the hands of Rajiv Pratap Rudy of the BJP. Despite efforts to reclaim the seat in 2019 elections by fielding Chandrika Rai, who is the estranged father-in-law of Lalu's eldest son Tej Pratap, the RJD was unsuccessful once again, with Rai also losing to Rudy. The BJP MP candidate believes that the result won't be different anytime soon.
I really do not know who is their candidate, but I heard that someone is a candidate who belongs to the family once again. And of course, he has every right to field the candidate, but within the family once again, I really have no idea about it. For me, when you call it a tough fight against Lalu's family, so I have been contesting against Lalu Yadav. I have contested against Rabri ji, who was our chief minister and also a very senior politician. I have contested against the in-laws of Lalu ji. So absolutely, it's not a new experience for me, and I have been battling Lalu Prasad ji for the last 30 years. And that's my credential, but the country doesn't know who contests Lalu Yadav. That is the tragedy of the whole thing.
On the other hand, Rohini Acharya would kick off her poll campaign in Saran, exuded confidence over the response she received from the electorate.
लालू जी की विरासत पूरी बिहार की जनता है। मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि बिहार की जनता लालू जी की विरासत को आगे सदियों तक बढ़ाते रहेगी। कि आज आपने जो मुझे इतना प्यार दिया, अपनी बेटी की तरह मुझे माना, इतना प्यार सम्मान दिया, मैं तहे दिल से आप लोगों का शुक्रिया करती हूँ। और मैं बहुत खुश हूँ कि ऐसा आशीर्वाद प्यार आपने मेरे पिताजी को दिया। वैसा ही मैं इच्छा लेकर के आई थी कि मुझे भी सारण की धरती, सारण के लोग मुझे भी गले लगाएंगे।
It will be an interesting battle as nobody apart from Lalu Yadav has won the Saran seat from the RJD. Rabri Devi, Chandrika Rai, both of them were defeated by the BJP. So can Rohini Acharya turn the tide for Lalu in Saran this time around, or will it be a hat-trick for Rajiv Pratap Rudy? Only time will tell. Bureau Report, Republic TV.
भाई मुझे बताओ, 12 लाख करोड़ के घपले घोटाले करेंगे तो जेल में जाएंगे या नहीं जाएंगे? जोर से बोलो, जाएंगे या नहीं जाएंगे? और राहुल बाबा सुन लो, क्यों फरियाद कर रहे हो? हमने 2014 में भी किया, 19 में भी किया, कह कर हम चुनाव लड़े थे। जो भ्रष्टाचार करेगा वो जेल की सलाखों के पीछे चला जाएगा।
डीएमके और कांग्रेस टू साइड्स ऑफ द सेम कॉइन है। डीएमके और कांग्रेस का मतलब है बिग करप्शन। डीएमके और कांग्रेस का मतलब है वन फैमिली रूल।
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a trending edition of the debate tonight, and time now for the nation's sharpest opinion. Sanjay Singh is one of the right-hand people of Arvind Kejriwal, and he's got bail after 6 months today. And the circumstances, the observations, and the happenings around that bail decision is what has got me curious. The court asked the straight question, and the one I've been asking myself to the BJP: where is the money trail? Not the approver mail, but the money trail. Because this liquor case has been going on since 2022 and the ED is investigating. ED has to establish a money trail. We are about 2 years short now. At the end of the day, 2 years on, it all comes down to one thing: proving a money trail, proving that money was made, proving the link, proving the defined route from where the money went. No doubt money was made. No doubt, 100%, 338 crores minimum benefits to be exact, as said by the Supreme Court. The question is, whose pocket did it go to? The question is, how exactly was it spent? That is what we mean by money trail. The allegation, we know that the AAP used the money in the Goa election, but just because the allegation is that the money was used, it cannot be that the money trail cannot be concrete. There has to be a defined route, a defined eventual beneficiary, and the ED will have to get very specific down to where the alleged kickbacks went. And the more time goes, the more questions will be asked. On the other hand, I think the AAP is jumping the gun. They cannot get very preachy about the bail given to Sanjay Singh, because the observations made in the court on Sanjay Singh's case cannot be and are not a blanket cover to the allegations against everyone else, including Kejriwal. And that's what Atishi and Saurabh Bhardwaj don't say. That the observations in the Sanjay Singh case are only about Sanjay Singh, not about Sisodia, not about Satyendra Jain, not about Arvind Kejriwal. And as equally, if the AAP says that they hail the courts for bail, they cannot go anti the courts when they keep their functionaries in jail. Ladies and gentlemen, this hashtag is interesting. Bail or trail? What do you think will happen eventually? Will they all get bail?
तमिलनाडु में भारत के समुद्री तट से कुछ दूर श्रीलंका और तमिलनाडु के बीच में समंदर में एक टापू है। ये कांग्रेस के लोगों ने मां भारती का एक अंग काट दिया, भारत से अलग कर दिया। देश कांग्रेस के रवैये की कीमत आज तक चुका रहा है।
And welcome you watching The Burning Question with me, Shalvanton. Ladies and gentlemen, yet another Congress leader who's taken a hit at the High Command, saying that if this is exactly how they're going to treat each and every Congress worker, then there is going to be a day that only one family that is going to exist within the Congress party. Over the last several months put together, there have been a dozen Congress leaders who have already left the party. One single response that has come in from the High Command that has always been that if they want to leave, let them go. It does not really matter. Is that the case? That's the burning question tonight. But up first, these are the headlines we're tracking for you at this hour. Arvind Kejriwal and ED trade hard-nosed legal arguments as High Court hears Chief Minister's bail play in Delhi liquor policy case. Aam Aadmi Party chief alleges attempt to disintegrate party. Top sources say Sanjay Nirupam likely to dump Congress. Maharashtra Congress chief takes a disciplinary action against Nirupam for his anti-party stand. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar targets Nehru, claims the former Prime Minister prioritized China over India when it came to the permanent seat in the UNSC. Aam Aadmi Party parliamentarian Sanjay Singh to walk out of jail a day after Supreme Court granted him bail, likely to visit Kejriwal's residence post the release. BJP's big knockout boxer Vijender Singh ditches Congress, joins BJP just days ahead of the polls. Ladies and gentlemen, after the scathing criticism by Sanjay Nirupam on how Congress has taken for granted in Lok Sabha seat sharing negotiations in Mahavikas Aghadi, Congress State President Nana Patole has dropped the name of the former parliamentarian from the star campaigners list and has also threatened him of action. The decision that lays once again ahead of the Congress High Command raises some serious questions of the party sentiment in the Congress ahead of the elections. But after the exit of Milind Deora and Ashok Chavan, the question is Congress losing the seat-sharing battle? And is the self-proclaimed leader of the Save Democracy Brigade have no tolerance for internal dissent? Sanjay Nirupam, in an exclusive interview to Republic TV, says that if at all Nana Patole says that it does not really matter whether at all a person stays in the party or not, then there would be a day that only one single family would be left within the Congress party. And that exactly, ladies and gentlemen, is the big question. Why is it that the Congress party feels that their people who've been with the party for a very long time can be done with? And whether at all it is the hubris of certain leaders within the Congress party, a faction within the Congress party that really does not care about those who have given their heart to the party for a very long period. The question here is that they say that the only reason why the Congress leaders are leaving the party is because they have been threatened, they've been pressurized. But the fact of the matter is this also, ladies and gentlemen, that many of these leaders have raised one single concern, that there is no internal party democracy. Listen in to that one interview that Sanjay Nirupam gave to Republic TV. This was perhaps the last interview that he has given to any other media network, lashing out at the high command culture within the Congress party.
Time and again, the Congress party ship seems to be sinking, and in fact, Milind Deora left the Congress party. We saw Ashok Chavan leaving the Congress party, and the controversy is now for Sanjay Nirupam. Joining me is Sanjay Nirupam himself. Sanjay ji, जिस प्रकार से कांग्रेस पार्टी का विघटन होता जा रहा है, जिस प्रकार से नेताओं की बातें सुनी नहीं जा रही हैं, क्या लगता है कि कांग्रेस पार्टी का भविष्य कहाँ है?
जो हमारे महाराष्ट्र प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष हैं, मैंने सुना कि उनका कोई ऐसा बयान आया कि जिसको जाना है जाए, हम इनकी केयर नहीं लेते, वी डोंट केयर फॉर देम। अगर इस प्रकार की भूमिका रहेगी तो शायद आखिर में वो अकेले रह जाएंगे पार्टी में। तो निश्चित तौर पर जिनके हाथ में नेतृत्व है उनको सोचना चाहिए कि पार्टी में जो भी लोग हैं सब लोग एक सबकी अपनी अपेक्षा होती है, सबको एक अपना पॉलिटिकल स्पेस चाहिए, और उस स्पेस अगर किसी को नहीं मिल रहा है तो उसके अंदर एक प्रकार की अकुलाहट होगी, एक बेचैनी होगी। तो वो बेचैनी कैसे दूर हो और सब लोग कैसे अपने अपनी योग्यता और प्रतिभा के हिसाब से अपनी जगह पे एक भूमिका निभाते रहें, यह चिंता करना तो नेतृत्व का है। और अगर ये चिंता नेतृत्व नहीं कर रहा है तो निश्चित तौर पर इसके खतरे पैदा होंगे।
एक सवाल काफ़ी अहम है। 2 दिन पहले जो आपने प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस की उसमें कहा कि मैं कांग्रेस पार्टी को 1 हफ्ते का अल्टीमेटम देता हूं, विचार करें उत्तर पश्चिम सीट को लेकर के और जिस प्रकार से सीट बंटवारा हो रहा है। कहीं ना कहीं महाविकास आघाड़ी में जिस प्रकार से उद्धव गुट का या ये यूँ कहें कि उद्धव सेना का दबदबा बढ़ते जा रहा है, कांग्रेस पार्टी नेगोशिएट नहीं कर पा रही है या केंद्र या स्टेट की लीडरशिप विफल रही है नेगोशिएशन में?
निश्चित तौर पर आपने बहुत सही बात कही है कि जो महाराष्ट्र प्रदेश के तरफ से जो नेगोशिएशन के लिए हमारे लीडर लोग बैठते थे उनका पूरी तरह से फेलियर है ये। आज मुंबई में 6 में से 5 की 5 सीट शिवसेना लेके निकल जा रही है और हमको एक भिखारी की तरह 1 सीट दी जा रही है। तो यह कांग्रेस का अपमान है, कांग्रेस का इंसल्ट है, और मुझे लगता है कि कांग्रेस को खत्म करने का एक षड्यंत्र है। तो जो लोग नेगोशिएशन में बैठते थे, जिसमें प्रमुख तौर पर महाराष्ट्र प्रदेश के अध्यक्ष हैं, जो बहुत ही बदतमीजी से बातें करते हैं अपने कार्यकर्ताओं के साथ और सभी लोगों के साथ, कहीं ना कहीं वो मिले हुए हैं क्या भविष्य में वो खुद शिवसेना में जाने वाले हैं क्या, उबाठा में जाने वाले हैं क्या, या उबाठा में पूरी कांग्रेस पार्टी को शामिल करने वाले हैं क्या? इस प्रकार के सवाल उठ रहे हैं। सवाल मेरी 1 सीट का नहीं है। हाँ, मैं मांगूंगा सीट, क्यों नहीं मांगूंगा? मैं एक पॉलिटिकल वर्कर हूं। पॉलिटिकल वर्कर चुनाव नहीं लड़ेगा तो घास छिलेगा। हर पॉलिटिकल वर्कर पूरे 5 साल काम करता है अपने क्षेत्र में, लोगों के सुख दुख में शामिल रहता है, निश्चित तौर पर इस उम्मीद में कि जब चुनाव का वक्त आएगा तो मुझे मौका मिलेगा, मैं चुनाव लड़ूंगा, लोगों का विश्वास अर्जित करूंगा। आप कहेंगे 2 बार हार गए हैं, तो कौन जीता था कांग्रेस से, ये भी जरा बता दीजिए।
आपको खत्म करने की साजिश हो रही है?
खत्म कोई किसी को नहीं कर सकता, ऊपर वाला है वो संभालता है सबको। तो अगर इस प्रकार के किसी मंशा के साथ जी रहा है कि खत्म कर देना है, तो पता चला अगला आदमी खत्म हो जाएगा।
अल्टीमेटम क्या आपका अभी भी?
हाँ, आपने जो अल्टीमेटम शब्द का मैंने इस्तेमाल नहीं किया था, पता नहीं आप उस प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में नहीं थे। मैंने कहा था कि मैं आने वाले दिनों में अपनी भूमिका तय करने के लिए 1 हफ्ते का वक्त अपने आप को दे रहा हूं। इसमें चाहे तो कांग्रेस पार्टी भी एक कोई निर्णय ले सकती है मेरे बारे में, मतलब मेरे पास ऑप्शंस हैं। अब वो कौन सा ऑप्शन लेना है वो 1 हफ्ते के बाद हम तय करेंगे। अभी तो 1-2 दिन गुजरा है, 1-2 दिन के बाद आने वाले दिनों में हम तय करके बताएंगे। लेकिन मैंने ये नहीं कहा कांग्रेस पार्टी को मैं अल्टीमेटम देता हूं, इस प्रकार की भाषा मैं नहीं करता और इस प्रकार की भाषा में विश्वास भी नहीं करता।
क्या आपने केंद्र नेतृत्व को अपनी नाराजगी जताई है, आपने उनको बताया है?
हमारे आज प्रॉब्लम ये है कि एकदम भयंकर कम्युनिकेशन गैप है
कांग्रेस पार्टी।
हाँ, जो केंद्रीय नेतृत्व जिसको आप कहते हैं, उनका अपने राज्यों के लीडरों के साथ कोई कम्युनिकेशन ही नहीं है। जो लोग कुछ पोस्ट पे बैठे हुए लोग हैं, उनके अलावा उनके हिसाब से कोई कांग्रेस का नेता है ही नहीं। तो मैं नहीं कह सकता कि मैं केंद्रीय नेतृत्व से कोई बात कर रहा हूं, क्योंकि मैं उम्मीद करता हूं कि वो लोग सामने से फोन कर, हम लोग बहुत बार मैसेज देते हैं, बात करना चाहते हैं, तो कोई बहुत अच्छा एक पॉजिटिव रिस्पॉन्स नहीं आता। तो ऐसे में कोई भिखारी बन करके तो दरवाजे पे खड़ा नहीं रहेगा हमेशा। तो ये पूरे हिंदुस्तान में जो अलग अलग राज्यों में कांग्रेस के नेता हैं या कार्यकर्ता हैं या स्थापित नेतृत्व हैं, उनकी पीड़ा मैं आपके सामने रख रहा हूं। सिर्फ मैं अकेला नहीं हूं, बहुत सारे लोग हैं जिनका संपर्क, जिनके साथ जो संवाद होना चाहिए नेतृत्व का, वो लगभग खत्म हो चुका है। अगर संवाद है तो 2-4 जो पोजीशन पे बैठे हुए लोग हैं, जो कल को कांग्रेस पार्टी बेच के कहां चले जाएंगे पता नहीं है ऐसे लोगों के साथ है, तो आप उनके साथ संवाद रख के अगर पार्टी को बचाने की कोई ऐसी योजना है तो बचाएं।
इन सबके बीच सबसे अहम जो कड़ी है वो संजय निरुपम है, क्योंकि संजय निरुपम राहुल गांधी के एक टाइम पे बहुत करीब मानने जाते थे। आपने भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में भी हिस्सा लिया, मुंबई में हालांकि आप शामिल नहीं हो पाए, लेकिन
मैं भारत जोड़ो यात्रा में था, भारत जोड़ो न्याय यात्रा में था, मुंबई में
आप थे मुंबई में। लेकिन इन सबके बीच आपका राजनीतिक भविष्य क्या होगा? क्या आप कांग्रेस पार्टी छोड़ देंगे? क्या आप किसी विकल्प?
अभी इतना जल्दीबाजी क्या है? जब 2 दिन पहले मैंने ये घोषणा की कि मैं अपने आप को 1 हफ्ते देता हूं आने वाले दिनों में अपना एक नेक्स्ट मूव या अगला कदम उठाने के लिए, तो आज ही इस सवाल का क्या मतलब है? आज मैं आपको कोई जवाब भी नहीं दे सकता। तो थोड़ा सा धीरज रखिए, थोड़ा पेशेंस रखिए और आने वाले दिनों में हम बताएंगे कि आगे का मूव क्या हो सकता है।
क्या आपको केंद्र नेतृत्व ने किसी ने संपर्क किया कांग्रेस?
नहीं।
अभी तक किसी ने नहीं। कोई अन्य पार्टी के लोग आपसे संपर्क में?
अभी तक ऐसा कुछ नहीं। ठीक है,
कहीं कहीं ना कहीं आप विकल्प के बारे में विचार कर रहे हैं?
हाँ तो ठीक है ना, तो भाई हम कोई कॉर्पोरेट कंपनी में काम थोड़ी करते हैं कि एक कंपनी से इस्तीफा देने से पहले दूसरी कंपनी का ज्वाइनिंग लेटर ले लें।
अब साफ हो जाएगी क्योंकि गोविंदा को भी है उत्तर
एक हफ्ते बाद, पता नहीं वो उधर क्या है मुझे नहीं मालूम है, लेकिन एक हफ्ते बाद हम आपको बताएंगे।
Well, that was Sanjay Nirupam speaking exclusively to Republic TV, taking a dig at the High Command. Joining us, the broadcast, Vinayji, let me first begin by asking you this question. With regards to how exactly the Congress party has this patented response every time one of their leaders decides to leave the party, planning to leave the party, or they are aware of the fact that they are disgruntled, they are going to leave the party, but they say that, look here, doesn't really matter, jisko jana jane do.
Ram to all my co-panelists, all my co-panelists, all the viewers who are watching me. I'm tempted to use these 4 lines in Hindi in your show. अपनी धुन में रहता हूँ, मैं भी तेरे जैसा हूँ, अपने पिछले ऋतु के साथी, आपके बरस में तना हो. All those who had come together, the flocks of the bloods who had come together to steal, to corrupt this country, this time they are finding it difficult to stay together. Reason is because Narendra Modi is delivering governance. The governance of development of everybody is the fear between Congress and Congresses. And as rightly said by Mr. Nirupam, there is no communication, there is no concern within the Congress party, there is no cause to be together, and there is no cord, there is no umbilical cord within the Congress. Today, Congress is a disseminating party, and maybe probably on 5th of June, they will be in single digit in this country.
Nikhil, every time they say that anyone leaving the Congress party is because he's being threatened, he's being pressurized. Sanjay Nirupam in this interview says that I'm after all a political worker. It is expected that I will only be asking for a seat. It is expected that I will be working for the party so that the party wins. Here is a party which is conceding all space that they could. There was a point in time the Congress was seen as a dominant force, at least in Mumbai. But look at the current situation. And when that leader says it, then you say that these are anti-party activities that are being carried out.
Shavanath, you heard similar remarks coming from Varun Gandhi, who's been denied a ticket from Pilibhit, or all the other 100 sitting members of parliament whose tickets the BJP has cut. The fact is that when it comes to the Congress party, everybody feels that they have this level of democracy and comfort and safety to, come out in the public and air their grievances and discord with the leadership. However, when it comes to the BJP,
Nikhil, it is the
nobody
same
dares to do
Varun
that
Gandhi.
because the ED...
It is the same Varun Gandhi. Okay, now let me just tell you this. Just a small reminder, since you made a mention of...
As much as the ED
since you made a mention of Varun Gandhi, I'm not very sure. I do understand there is a slim possibility that you may have missed it out and you may not be following the news on a daily basis 24/7. So let me just help out by telling you that it is the same Varun Gandhi who said that I'm going to campaign for my mother, I'm going to be with the party, I'm going to carry out all party related activities. None of them that you are basically making a mention, even if they have, they may be.
Why was he denied a ticket from Pilibhit? Why was he denied a ticket from Pilibhit?
The Congress leaders are, for whatever reason, Sanjay Nirupam being denied or not being denied, it's a different matter altogether. Milind Deora, who's represented the Congress party for decades put together and was seen as the biggest contender as far as South Mumbai is concerned, when he was quitting the party, said that it doesn't really matter because remember he's joined hands with the Shiva Sena only because there was a pressure. What pressure was on Milind Deora? What pressure was on Milind Deora? Tell me.
Milind Deora has not been able to win the past 2 Lok Sabha elections, and obviously he wasn't going to get a ticket from the India Alliance, which is why he switched to the BJP side.
So by that logic, you should not have given the ticket to Rahul Gandhi also. By that logic, why did you give the ticket to Rahul Gandhi also? He lost from Amethi.
By that logic, why was Varun Gandhi removed from Pilibhit? He's never lost. His mother and he have never lost from that seat since 1989. What was the need to cut his ticket? Just because he was not towing the line of the BJP. And now perhaps he's also been threatened with the ED. I was just speaking to a client of mine and I got to know that vendors are now being threatened. Vendors are now being threatened that if you supply any material to the Congress, it will be raided by the ED. That is the kind of sham of an election that is happening in the country today, and we are only discussing about the opposition leaders. What about the corruption book Bharat?
It is about Sanjay Nirupam who is feeling that he is suffocated. It's about Sanjay Nirupam who is coming on television?
Independent voice
It's not about anybody else,
अशोक
sir.
चवन को क्यों राज्यसभा भेजा जा रहा है? Why has Ashok Chavan been sent to the Rajya Sabha when the Prime Minister himself had made allegations against him in the alleged other
उससे संजय निरुपम का क्या सवाल है?
Why has
जैसे
the
I
CBI
said
case
ना,
against
ये
Praful
जो
Patel been
पिछले
dropped?
ऋतु के साथी थे, the flocks of the birds of the last season are now just single.
Candidate within an hour of his candidature being announced.
Sanjay Nirupam is pained because Congress leadership is not talking to each other. He is pained because his state president calls him to go out. Sanjay Nirupam is discontented because he thinks that Congress is not doing right things. So today we will focus on Sanjay Nirupam, and someday Nikhil Bhai, for a cup of tea, will discuss whatever you want to discuss. But let me know what is your opinion about Sanjay Nirupam's blame on Congress, his allegation on Congress, his observation on Congress.
George Kurian, I'll give you one more scenario here. Take a look at what's happening in Himachal Pradesh. You have Pratibha Singh, who's actually won the Mandi constituency multiple times. The family has won multiple times. The fact of the matter is that there are at least 4 such constituencies in the state of Himachal. I'm told that Sanjay Singh is now out. Images now coming in from Tihar jail after spending almost about 6 months behind bars. Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh is all set to come out. Those are the first images now on your screens of senior Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh, who is stepping out. Remember, he was taken into custody by the Enforcement Directorate 6 months ago on charges of accepting bribes. And in fact, there was a direct allegation that was leveled against him that 2 crores were actually given to a person considered to be close to Sanjay Singh. Now he's out on bail. Remember, his bail wasn't contested by the Enforcement Directorate. The Aam Aadmi Party certainly sees this as a shot in the arm, keeping in mind that their entire top leadership is now behind bars, starting from Arvind Kejriwal to Manish Sisodia to Satyendra Jain. Now, Sanjay Singh, who's considered to be a vocal leader of the Aam Aadmi Party, extremely vocal inside the parliament as a senior Rajya Sabha member, Sanjay Singh had taken on the centre. Let's first listen to some of the reactions that are coming in. The first glimpse of Sanjay.
Indicating something to his cadre, to his supporters. He's present right outside Tihar jail. He's talking to his leaders. He's pinpointing something specific. Media personnel trying to talk to him, trying to get his first reaction. Sanjay Singh right there. Sanjay Singh's audio is coming up. Sanjay Singh's audio is coming up. I will just request my team to put up the ANI tweet. The ANI mic is getting Sanjay Singh's speech. Sanjay Singh is giving a speech right there on the ANI. On the ANI boom, I'm requesting my team to put the ANI audio up.
Moments after stepping out of Tihar jail, a fiery speech by Aam Aadmi Party leader Sanjay Singh says that the gates of Tihar jail will soon open. Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia.
स्वागत किया। संजय सिंह जी ने कार के ऊपर चढ़ के सभी कार्यकर्ताओं को एक बात कही है, ये वक्त खुशी मनाने का नहीं है, ये वक्त संघर्ष करने का है। अभी हमारे 3 बड़े नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल, मनीष सिसोदिया और सत्येंद्र जैन जेल के अंदर है और जब तक वो नहीं टूटेंगे हम लोग खुशी मनाएंगे, हम लोग संघर्ष करेंगे। जेल ताले टूटेंगे, अरविंद केजरीवाल टूटेंगे। यहाँ पे पार्टी ऑफिस
Well, a message now coming in from Aam Aadmi Party senior leaders Saurabh Bharadwaj as well as Sanjay Singh is saying that it's not a moment of a celebration, but it's a moment of struggle. In fact, they say that the struggle will continue till the time Arvind Kejriwal, Manish Sisodia as well as Satyendra Jain are out of jail. Remember this, as far as the Aam Aadmi Party is concerned, one of the top leaders of the party finally out of jail. For 6 months, Sanjay Singh was behind the bars. The charges that have been levelled against Sanjay Singh is about moving the bribe money and 2 crores that were allegedly received by Sanjay Singh's close aides. These are allegations which have been refuted by Sanjay Singh as well as the Aam Aadmi Party. But the enforcement directorate, even in the hearing that took place in the court, essentially indicated that they have been able to establish the money trail. But these images that you see right now coming in would certainly come across as a shot in the arm for the Aam Aadmi Party, for the beleaguered party, because their entire top leadership is now behind bars. And you've only had 2 faces that one could have seen following the arrest of Arvind Kejriwal, that is Atishi and Saurabh Bharadwaj. Saurabh Bharadwaj, who spoke just a few minutes ago, once again indicating that this is not a moment of celebration for the party and the celebration will only take place after the Chief Minister is released. Remember, his matter has been heard in the Delhi High Court, where he's essentially challenged the arrest that has been made by the Enforcement Directorate. But once again, pushing back hard, the Enforcement Directorate says that they have been able to trace the money trail as far as the kickbacks allegedly received by the Aam Aadmi Party. What you see right now is the image of Sanjay Singh. This was moments after he stepped out of Tihar jail. The speech that he delivered was also outside Tihar jail, once again sending across a strong message to the Aam Aadmi Party supporters and party workers who have all gathered outside Tihar jail, waiting to get a glimpse of Sanjay Singh, who was behind bars for almost 6 months, sending across a strong message that the fight has only begun. For the Aam Aadmi Party, they say that this is once again a political conspiracy that has been hatched by the Bharatiya Janata Party, and perhaps the Enforcement Directorate has largely been used as a political tool. That's the allegation that the Bharatiya Janata Party also faces from the Aam Aadmi Party leaders. However, Aam Aadmi Party believes that this has come as a major vindication of the claims that they have made in the past, that there is no evidence that the Enforcement Directorate really has, and that is the reason why the bail has been granted. However, having said that, the court did not really look into the merits of the case at this point in time, primarily arguing on the fact that right now they're not looking into they're only concerned about Section 45 of the PMLA Act, which is essentially looking into the bail conditions. And right now, the Enforcement Directorate says that it is a peculiar case and they're not going to object the bail plea of Sanjay Singh because he's already been behind bars. The investigation is already underway, and the focus currently is on K. Kavitha, Arvind Kejriwal, as well as Manish Sisodia. Remember, Manish Sisodia too, who has filed multiple bail pleas in the past, hasn't been granted bail by the court as yet, primarily on the grounds that there is prima facie evidence against the leaders. But here what you see certainly comes across as a strong image with the Aam Aadmi Party leaders hoping that with Sanjay Singh out, he would be able to take command of the party. But the question is that who really succeeds right now, whether at all Arvind Kejriwal is actually going to step down or not. That's an important thing. And we'll continue with this coverage of Sanjay Singh, a big development taking place. Well, also let me quickly get in our guests who are joining us on this broadcast while we stay with these images. Vinijit, this is a strong image that is going to be perhaps capitalized by the Aam Aadmi Party, because they believe that with Sanjay Singh really walking out of the jail, it sends across a message that, look here, there is no evidence.
No, I think it's, people
No, I think if people of Delhi and people of India at large are educated, they understand what happened in the court that time. And the justice clearly mentioned that this will not be a precedence for others to come out on bail. A. B. This relief is not on the merits, but because ED did not oppose it. 3. And the C part is that somebody who stays for 180 days in jail without bail speaks a volume about that. And that too, if he is a member of parliament. So Sanjay Singh ji is member of parliament. Even when he is a member of parliament, he stayed there for 180 days. That clearly tells to a common man like me that there is something more than what it is meeting the eyes. Yes, maybe ED has got what they wanted from him. He would have named, he would have given some data, which is enough for ED right now. But one thing I would like to tell you, his release has not bring any relief in the Aam Aadmi Party. Rather, I see a palace feudal which is going on right now. Atishi ji and Saurabh ji were eyeing the seat. Sunita Kejriwal ji jumped in. Now he has also come in. So there may be a clash within Aam Aadmi Party between these four of them. Who will be the next leader of Aam Aadmi Party in case Arvind Kejriwal ji does not come out soon?
Vinay ji, the question that still remains is where exactly is the money trail here? One of the concerns that many would really have, has the Enforcement Directorate found itself in a spot when they say that the money has already been utilized? Is that a good enough argument? Because this is exactly what is going to be utilized in the days to come. That where exactly is the money? Arvind Kejriwal developed that narrative that dekhe paise to kabhi unko mila hi nahi. Raids were carried out, money was never found. That's the narrative that has already been built.
They would try every trick in their book. But it is a common fact. People know that the money was transferred. It was utilized in cash by their karyakartas and their vendors, be it in Goa or anywhere else. And I'm sure those people are that smart that they would not like to keep a tale. So it is difficult for them. But one question which Aam Aadmi Party will be always asked is, why did they destroy these dozens of iPhones which were worth crores of rupees? You and I can't even destroy one single phone in 3 years' time. They have destroyed dozens of phones. So this speaks volume that somebody who wants to hide something would certainly destroy the evidences which are at hand. And if you ask any common man, why would somebody increase the commission from 2% to 12%? Why would somebody decrease the age of drinking? Why would somebody, decrease the number of dry days? Why would somebody allow the cartel? Let me also tell your audience, 30 crore rupees on a deposit was refunded to that party which failed in the tender. Now, nowhere in the country we have ever seen, earnest deposit money been refunded. So this all speaks volume that there was something which is more than which I can understand.
Neeti Jain of the BJP is also joining us on this broadcast. Neeti Jain, if I can take this question with you, that with regards to the number of opposition leaders who've been actually facing some serious charges, you see most of them have either shifted, they've jumped ship. At the moment that they have jumped ship, there is a closure report that is basically filed by the central agency. Take for instance what happened in the case of Praful Patel. The Central Bureau of Investigation goes ahead, closes the case. Take for instance what happened in the case of Ajit Pawar. What really happened is that there is a flip-flop between the Mumbai Police's Economic Offences Wing and the central agency. So somewhere down the line, this is also going to stick out around. That look here, the moment they are jumping ship, there is a closure report that is filed. The case is over.
See, I think this has been going on for a very long time, and we have always said that the agencies are doing their work. There is no intervention from the BJP to slow down or close any of these cases. The cases are going on and the agencies are doing what needs to be done. But irrespective of that, I think this does not give a clean chit to the entire Aam Aadmi Party, because the case that is going on today, and the ASG today also has said that there is sufficient money trail and there are evidences where the Aam Aadmi Party is entirely in this money laundering scam. So they are the ones who need to answer. They're celebrating a bail like this. I don't think he's been given a clean chit in any way. And he had put in an illegal arrest plea in the High Court, and I think that is still standing. The Supreme Court has not interfered with it. So I don't understand.
Complete what you were saying, Neeti.
So yeah, all I'm saying is that Manish Sisodia ji is still inside. Arvind Kejriwal is inside. They're not cooperating with the entire matter. So I think that is what they should be worried about. Today they come out every morning and they say, we are the victims. Today, his health is not okay. Yesterday, he was an Iron Man. So all of these victim cards that they're playing, I think that is what they need to answer about. And where is the money? That is what they should tell us. The ASG has said today that they have figured out a money trail. Why is it that their phones have been destroyed? They're not sharing the password. So there is some amount of hiding that they're doing. And let them come out and answer that instead of celebrating. I don't know what they're celebrating exactly.
Nikhil, the point of celebration right now for the Aam Aadmi Party perhaps is the fact that you have a person who's been granted bail. But let's be very clear, no clean sheet has been given. All that they are saying that do you really need his custody? The Enforcement Directorate says the investigation is already underway. Whatever we've had to do with Sanjay Singh in terms of questioning, that is over. We do not need him in custody. That's very simple. And for those who are basically creating this narrative, especially the leader that you really like and espouse, is that there was I'm told that Sanjay Singh's father is speaking right now. Let's first listen in and then I'll come back to you, Nikhil.
और अगर कह दूं कि राष्ट्रीय पार्टी तो कोई अचीव नहीं होगी। सब इसको बड़ी हसरत भरी निगाह से देख रहे हैं। तो बहुत दिन बाद देर आया है। कैसे स्वागत करेंगे? स्वागत कैसे करेंगे? बाप बेटे का स्वागत जो है वो इशारे इशारे में हो जाता है। मैं माला नहीं पहना पाऊंगा। इलाज चल रहा है, उनको परहेजी खाना खाना है।
Well, Nikhil, you ought to admit that same very lobby which often cried foul, saying that look here, all the institutions have been completely compromised. The Enforcement Directorate is a political tool. If that was the case, then today Sanjay Singh would have been still behind bars.
Shravan, so there are two things. First, Mr. Goenka said that Sanjay Singh being in incarceration for so long without getting any bail speaks volumes. Of course it does. About how the BJP is trying its tooth and nail to make this election into an absolute sham. They're putting in all the opposition leaders behind bars. That is something that the concerns have been raised by the people of the country, by the opposition, by the United Nations of all organizations, right? And so far as Sanjay Singh's bail not being opposed by the ED is concerned, you have to understand what happened in court today. When the Supreme Court said that we are now going to go into the merits of the matter, the ED summarily said, okay, don't go into the merit of the matter, we'll simply withdraw. Because had the Supreme Court gone into the merits of the matter, they would have noted in their finding that we do not find a prima facie case, which is something that the judge had very clearly told the ED that if we go into the merits, we are going to have to record that in the order, and then that is going to affect your case that you have against all the other leaders. So this Sanjay Singh getting a bail today is a clever ploy to keep in jail every other opposition leader from the Aam Aadmi Party in the sham of a case, because I don't know whether the scam happened or not, but the fact of the matter is that
let's not misinterpret. Nikhil, I understand the compulsions of political rhetoric.
Not found any
one second. Nikhil, please, let's understand one thing. Let's get this very clear. Of course, there is relief for Sanjay Singh. But has he been given a clean sheet? And the interpretation that you have of the court is absolutely incorrect. Let me first tell you. Nowhere did the court make an observation. One second. As far as Section 45 of the PMLA Act is concerned, which is pertaining to bail, a question was basically posed to ASG whether at all there is an argument as far as merits of the case is concerned. Only thing that he had to get an instruction from the Enforcement Directorate was there a need to keep Sanjay Singh behind bars or not? Do they need further custody? And let's understand, even when the person is in judicial custody, does not mean that the agency cannot carry out their investigation. They are saying that we do not need his custody anymore. So where exactly is the merits of the case? Merits of the case will be taken up when the matter comes for trial.
They say that Kejriwal, the ED says that the Kejriwal is an accused and he's not sharing
as a lawyer, I think
he's not confessing to the crime. That's not how the constitution of the country works. Article 20 provides an explicit fundamental right to people against self-incarceration. You cannot arrest somebody, call them an accused, and then expect them to
as a lawyer, one would have certainly expected something better from you. Nikhil, 1 second. One would have certainly expected something better from you, Nikhil, as a lawyer. 1 second, please do understand. 1 second. 1 second. It is the same very court, Nikhil. It is the same very court which sent back Satyendra Jain to the Tihar jail, stating that there is enough evidence to send him back to jail so that the investigation can continue. Similar observations were also made by the same very court that you're lampooning right now, where the court says that there is prima facie evidence against Manish Sisodia. That is the reason why the bail has not been granted. The role of Sanjay Singh is very different. But before that, Charu Pragya, let's also take this head on. Who was behind jail?
Why was Sanjay Singh put behind jail? Why was Sanjay Singh put behind the bars? He's not a minister. He's not an MLA. He's not part of the Delhi government. Why was he put behind bars? Was there any recovery of money from him? It was just ED's accusation that a very tall opposition leader was put behind bars for 6 months.
Mr. Jain, according to you, someone who faces charges of corruption should have been garlanded.
Sorry?
I don't know where do you come from. Even the ASG is saying, even the ASG in the court is saying that as far as the evidence is concerned, it's something that is going to come up in the trial stage. Now, I don't know, how do you come to that conclusion that there is no evidence? When did you become the judge and jury?
Investigation has been
I don't understand that, but okay, Nikhil, I do understand your compulsions. There are political rhetoric that you will have to fall prey to.
No.
1 second, hold on. Charu Pragya, you need to also answer this question. 1 minute, Charu, before you say, 1 minute. Before you say, Charu, that you're not the spokesperson of the central agency here and the central agency is completely free, the central agency is doing their work, answer this question to me. When you have Praful Patel who joins your party, just about few months later, the central agency feels the need to close the case. The FIR that was registered by the Central Bureau of Investigation. The Mumbai Police's Economic Offences Wing opens a case against the Pawars, including Ajit Pawar and Sharad Pawar. Then they file a closure report. The ED comes into the picture. ED then files a closure report. There is a flip-flop going on till the time the case is finished. The fact of the matter is that at least of the 25 reports are also out, of the 25 opposition leaders, 23 of them who have joined your party, cases against them have been dropped. So it is legitimate to ask this question that haven't you become the washing machine?
No, not at all. Shravan, a very good evening to you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
Yes, you are. Okay, I'm going to try and change my Wi-Fi connection while we speak. But here goes. First of all, Ajit Pawar has been. It is an ongoing case. Let's take that on record. And for all those who come up, charges of washing machine, I have one simple question to ask. Was dirt to be washed? Because till a little while ago, you were very firm on the fact that you are absolutely, completely innocent. You can be in there.
Now, moving forward to what has been going on with Sanjay Singh, celebrating a martyr. I don't know what is happening, and I can see it on the TV screen of Republic. Shravan, let's remember, very important here is that the Supreme Court has said this is not an expression of merit. The Supreme Court has said this is in no way any precedent. And only because questioning by the ED has continued for 6 months and all the information that Sanjay Singh could give in this particular liquor scam, he's already given. And that's exactly why he's been given bail, only because ED didn't oppose the bail. It does not mean there is any clean chit in any manner. It does not mean the case has been closed and he's been let off scot-free. It merely means that in the process of investigation, ED does not feel he has anything more to add. Also, they have nabbed the kingpin now. The kingpin is behind bars. Obviously, he is going to be questioned. So, all the ancillary people
father is
were
contesting
used
from Andhra
to
Pradesh.
create
So forgot.
links, Shravan.
The kingpin gave 60 crores to the BJP.
Okay, can I come in now? I have a lot of problem with my network today, Shravan. I'm going to request you to come in and ask Nikhil to not speak over me. If you're talking about 60 crore here and there at the same time, equal amount of money was given to the Congress party also. Why was money given to Congress party then? Please, Nikhil, don't draw conjecture here.
Let's stay on facts, right? Let's remain on facts and understand how Aam Aadmi Party leaders are drawing links to each other and drawing everybody into this daldal of corruption. So Aam Aadmi Party के सबसे बड़े नेता अरविंद केजरीवाल जी जेल के अंदर जाते ही सबसे पहले implicate करते हैं आतिशी को, सौरभ भारद्वाज को. The minute Atishi hears this, she starts implicating Durgesh Pathak and Raghav Chaddha. मतलब कहाँ तक जा रहा है आपका लिंक, मुझको ये बता दो. And Nikhil, usually I have a lot of respect for you as a lawyer. Please don't leave your legal finesse and legal mind behind for one single case where you're speaking on TV. Stick to the facts. Please understand there is no precedent. If after 6 months he does not want custody, man is let out, it is in no way on merit. Absolutely not. 350 crore money trail has been established. It's also explained that money is not lying around. There are no notes and coins being collected somewhere. The money was redirected to Goa for elections. It was given to other people to spend. I'm sure you understand that, as do all our viewers.
Okay. Binay.
Yes, Saran.
Binay, there is a dangerous precedence also here. There is a dangerous precedence. I'm sure someone who's been, I'm told that these are the latest images now coming in from outside the Tihar jail. There are also visuals coming in from Sanjay Singh's residence where the celebrations are taking place. We'll keep getting you those images coming in from various locations. Also remember Sanjay Singh, who's headed towards Arvind Kejriwal's residence, is what Saurabh Bhardwaj had indicated. But while we stay with these latest images now coming in from two locations, that is outside Tihar jail and Sanjay Singh's residence, we'll continue with our discussion right now. Binay, let me ask you this question. You know, I'm told that Atishi is speaking right now. First, let's cut across to
कहना पड़ा कि हम बेल को अपोज नहीं करते हैं और आज 6 महीने के बाद संजय सिंह वापस आए हैं. संजय सिंह फिर से शेर की तरह दहाड़ेंगे और भारतीय जनता पार्टी की तानाशाही को मुंह तोड़ जवाब देंगे. संजय भैया जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद जिंदाबाद.
Well, Atishi also once again indicating that with Sanjay Singh out of jail, big boost for the Aam Aadmi Party. Let me once again bring in my colleague.
Please. Once again, Atishi is caught in a white
Charu,
lie.
go ahead.
Once again, because she comes in front of the media and claims that Arvind Kejriwal has lost 4.5 kilos in 10 days. I don't know what magic pill he was on or what dreams Atishi has been dreaming up. Immediately, the jail authorities rubbished this and said
Charu,
that
I'm
his
not
weight
interested.
remains
Unfortunately,
the same.
Charu,
Exactly
okay,
the same.
let's
And,
you know, honestly
in fact,
speaking,
previously,
you know, there are political compulsions that you both have. You know, your party has and Atishi's party. Honestly speaking, you know, honestly speaking, I don't think so anyone is concerned right now about Arvind Kejriwal's weight. And let me not, you know, perhaps bring down
to say all of this. What does
the
it
level
speak
of my
about
debate
the political discourse of the Aam Aadmi
I don't think
Party?
so. That's very important.
Habits
I don't,
liars,
you know, you and the Aam Aadmi Party can fight over Arvind Kejriwal's, you know, spare us, Charu, spare us the ordinary citizens. We are not really interested in Arvind Kejriwal's weight. You and perhaps the Aam Aadmi Party would like to have a, you know, fight over it. Let's bring back the debate on the facts that we were talking
spare
about.
all of us from all of this.
A dangerous precedent.
Not make a public appeal. I'm as much a citizen as you are.
Yes, don't worry, Charu, don't worry. Charu, don't worry. I'm sure, you know, I'm sure the next time I get a chance, next time I get a chance to ask that question to Atishi, I'll surely do that. Okay, Charu, hold on. Let's bring back the focus. Let's bring back the focus right now. Binay, the dangerous precedence is this. If you take a closer look as to why Arvind Kejriwal has been arrested, It's because about at least 5 to 6 statements that the Enforcement Directorate has recorded under Section 50 of the PMLA Act, based on which they have actually gone ahead and arrested a sitting Chief Minister. And it is draconian in nature, because if you really look at Dinesh Arora's statement also, there are 9 statements that have been recorded. The first few statements makes no mention of Sanjay Singh. The last statement makes a mention of Sanjay Singh, and bang, you have Sanjay Singh being arrested. Isn't the Enforcement Directorate also acting in a hurry at this point in time? And perhaps that's going to be extremely, extremely difficult for them to position it in the court.
Saran, investigating a case is always a difficult task. But I think that's not the issue over here. It is difficult or not. Yes, it is difficult. But if we look at the Sanjay Singh case, he has been granted bail, and his party, his supporters, his associates are celebrating. And this may give the impression, and I fear that this may give an impression that a verdict has been reached by the court, or he has been cleared of all corruption allegations. It's not the case. And it is important to note, someone, that bail is not...
That's well within it. Binay, why should you have a problem? No, Binay, why should you have a problem? If the party is celebrating, after all, it's their leader who has come out, who's been granted bail. The fact is, whether at all there is any merit to the case or not, that is something that the court will decide. I think so. They are entitled to, they are entitled to their celebrations, because after all, it's their leader. If this would have happened with someone else, but you are still dodging. You're still dodging my question. Binay, this question, if I ask Charu, I can expect this answer from Charu, because she has her own political compulsions. What compulsions do you really have? Someone who looks at these cases very closely. Please tell me, Binay, how exactly can a witness statement be good enough for, sending a sitting Chief Minister behind bars? It's very different. It's very unlike Hemant Soren. Hemant Soren, there was a lot of other evidence that I can talk about. But what evidence are you talking about with regards to Arvind Kejriwal?
So, I think the Hemant Soren case, I have observed that case very closely. The Hemant Soren case and the case of Arvind Kejriwal, that is nearly 60 to 70% similar. The one similarity is that they skipped all the...
I beg to differ.
And again, Saran, why don't you hand over your phone to the agencies and let them have a look? So, look, I don't have anything to hide. So, what is there to hide? And the same thing what Mr. Hemant Soren also did. He didn't give the password. He didn't give give the phones to the Enforcement Directorate officials. But on the other hand, when a phone was seized, everything was uncovered. He was talking to a person. So many serious allegations which were proved.
Vinodji wants to come in.
In those chats with a person named Vinod Singh. So I always say that
Vinay sir, can I speak? Vinay sir,
I need.
And the case of Hemant Soren and
just
the
2
case
lines.
of Arvind Kejriwal, there is a lot of commonality between them. And today's celebration, Saran,
I beg to differ that in terms of evidence, the 2 cases are very different.
At bail, he has not been exonerated. He has not been freed from the charges.
Come on, Binay. Atishi is concerned about Arvind Kejriwal's weight. You are concerned about Sanjay Singh, celebrating the bail. But let's bring back the focus right now, because a lot of people still are going to ask you this question. And Vinayji, please answer this question. I've asked this to Binay, but I'm going to add to this question. I'm going to add to this. The question here is about, one, the money trail. The second is with regards to the excise policy itself and the alleged role played by the Chief Minister. The fact of the matter is that there is not a single signature of the Chief Minister in any file that has been moved as far as the excise policy is concerned. The second aspect is with regards to whether at all there has been a money movement. If the money movement has happened, how exactly are you pinning the blame only on the Chief Minister?
Shravanji, a serious policy like policy on excise or abkari in Hindi cannot be made without explicit go-ahead from the Chief Minister. That one has to understand.
But how do you
this
prove
policy
that
was discussed with the Chief Minister.
I am aware of the fact that we all know that it is the Chief Minister who has had some role to play. But how do you, for any evidence, I am only asking Vinodji, where is the corroborative evidence?
No problem. So what I understand is there are 2 things. Whether Arvind Kejriwal knew that this policy is coming in or not coming in. If he knew it, then he is corrupt and he's been blamed for the commission. Number two, if he's not involved, then he is blamed for the omission. A chief minister cannot say that his ministers did that, it was not done. Well, there is an evidence which has been circulated outside, which has been talked in the court, that the policy was circulated outside the official circuits on the WhatsApp to the cartel, which is there. And this evidence has been submitted. A. B. It is also true that one of the approachers said that he had received a call, he had a FaceTime with Arvind Kejriwal where he said, Vijay Nair is my man. It is also true that Vijay Nair is to stay in Gehlot's house. Gehlot is a minister. Now, nobody can stay in somebody's house without an explicit permission and involvement. Number three, please tell me, which was the time when this was done? And your audience should know it. This policy came in when there was a peak of the COVID, when people in Delhi were suffering. Arvind Kejriwal was busy doing this policy so that he can get commissions out of that particular part. Now, let me understand one thing from you. Why would somebody increase the commission of the retailer from 2% to 12%? Number two, have you ever on the earth heard that if it is illicit liquor, if it is a wrong liquor, if it is a quality-less liquor, the test can be done by the supplier? He changed the policy that it should not be tested by the labs, but by the supplier itself. So all these things shows one thing, very simple thing to me, to somebody like me, that Arvind Kejriwal was involved. It was with his direction that...
Last 1 minute, first to you, Nikhil, and then I'll come to you, Charu, for the last word. Nikhil, the Chief Minister says that I'm not responsible. I don't know who Vijay Nair is because Vijay Nair was reporting to Atishi and was reporting to Saurabh Bhardwaj. But very interesting, the Chief Minister does not know his neighbour. The Chief Minister does not know that Vijay Nair is staying just next door and that bungalow was supposed to be allotted to a minister. Now the Chief Minister feigns ignorance and we are all supposed to believe that he has no role to play.
Shravan, according to traditional criminal jurisprudence across the world, including in India, it is the prosecution's job to prove the allegations that they're making, and it is not the job of the accused to prove what is being alleged against him. And Charu, I nowhere said that the Supreme Court has said that Sanjay Singh's bail is creating any sort of precedent. They've been very clear and explicit in their order, but let's all also understand why was the bail given. The only reason the bail could have been gotten was because the ED did not oppose it, and the ED did not oppose it because the court was to start going into the merits of the matter, which the ED was mighty afraid of because there is no evidence that the ED has been able to unearth in the past 2 years.
That's also a conjecture.
To answer your question, Shravan, to answer your question on Arvind Kejriwal, not knowing who Vijay Nair is,
that aspect I just warned you. I just warned you at the beginning of the debate. Because that's a wrong interpretation. There is a section within the Aam Aadmi Party said that look here, the court was about to, look into the merits of the case. Please get it correct. Section 45, when the court was indicating, the court said that we will look into the merits of the case when it is required. Otherwise, it will have its own ramifications. That's a different story altogether. So what makes you feel that the court would have come to some sort of a conclusion and simply granted that there is no evidence again? The question that the court has simply asked that whether it or the 2 crore has been linked to...
We are now going to go into the merits.
No, you don't get it corrected. But Charu Pragya, now this is a question that one will ask you again and again. While Nikhil does it for his own compulsions, let me ask you this question. Like it or you don't, the fact of the matter is this, that today, when you actually just simply rely on witness statements, these are questions that are bound to come up, that whether at all there is corroborative evidence or not.
Absolutely, and you're right to question it, Shravan, and I'm sure the courts are doing the same thing. We know it's a fact that a lot of these meetings took place at the CM's residence. That's the first thing. The second thing is the CM claims to not know who Vijay Nair is, but at the same time, he also knows that Vijay Nair was reporting to Atishi and Saurabh. So does that even make sense to you? It's like a contradictory statement within itself. And like I said in the beginning, they are in competition with each other to see how many of them can rope in more and more and more. So, Kejriwal ji implicates Atishi and Saurabh. Atishi implicates Durgesh and Raghav. Let's see how far this chain stretches.
Well, thank you very much, Charu, Viniji, Vinay and Nikhil for joining us on the trending burning question. On the other side, the big debate coming up with Editor-in-Chief Arnab Goswami.
$15,000 placements in 2022-23. At Amity, we are committed to nurturing passionate, hardworking and proactive professionals.
Legal trouble continues to mount for Patanjali.
हमने कोरोनिल बना रखी है, इसमें श्वासारी जो है ये फेफड़ों की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, ये जो है कोरोनिल ये पूरी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, तो श्वासारी खाली पेट 2-2 गोली सुबह दोपहर शाम 3 बार.
Calling out Patanjali Ayurveda for absolute defiance, the Supreme Court has wrapped Ramdev for defying its earlier notice in the misleading advertisement case. The top court has refused to accept the unconditional apology of Ramdev, calling it mere lip service. The Supreme Court took exception to Ramdev for shifting the blame to the media department of the firm. The bench questioned Ramdev whether Patanjali Ayurveda wasn't aware of the court proceedings. The courtroom battle came even as Patanjali Ayurveda issued an advertisement after it assured the top court last year that it refrained from making any casual statements, claiming medical efficacy or against any system of medicine. The Supreme Court has granted one last opportunity to Ramdev, asking him to file a fresh affidavit in a week. Why did Patanjali defy the top court's order? Let's debate.
हिंदू धर्म में शक्ति शब्द होता है, हम शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं, एक शक्ति से लड़ रहे हैं.
इंडी अलायंस ने अपना घोषणा पत्र शक्ति को खत्म करने के लिए किया है. मैं इस चुनौती को स्वीकार करता हूं और मैं इन शक्ति स्वरूपा माताओं बहनों की रक्षा के लिए जान की बाजी लगा दूंगा.
हमने कोरोनिल बना रखी है, इसमें श्वासारी जो है ये फेफड़ों की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, ये जो है कोरोनिल ये पूरी बॉडी की इम्यूनिटी के लिए, तो श्वासारी खाली पेट 2-2 गोली सुबह दोपहर शाम 3 बार.
The Supreme Court of India has come down heavily on Ramdev for violating its directives on misleading advertisements of Patanjali's medicinal products. This even as the yoga guru appeared for the first time in the court. The top court has called out Patanjali for absolute defiance of its order while refusing to accept an unconditional apology.
The Patanjali share, which saw a fall in the morning at around 11:30 when the markets.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Easy to clean.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स. टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो.
डीएमके और कांग्रेस टू साइड्स ऑफ द सेम कॉइन है. डीएमके और कांग्रेस का मतलब है बिग करप्शन. डीएमके और कांग्रेस का मतलब है वन फैमिली रूल.
Kane, sir, your dinner.
On a tile? It's antibacterial.
Scratch resistant also.
But plates? Kane bhai, it's a tile ad.
IM Plus टेक्नोलॉजी से बने वर्ल्ड क्लास टाइल्स. टाइल हो तो सिंपल हो.
Israel has been raining missiles. An Israeli strike on the Iranian consulate in the capital city of Syria has killed 7 people, including 2 top commanders. According to officials, Brigadier General Mohammad Reza Zahidi, who led the elite Quds force in Lebanon and Syria until 2016, died in this attack. His Deputy General Mohammad Hadi Hajrihimi and 5 other officers were also killed. 2 civilians were reported dead in the strike. Several houses were destroyed in the attack. The strike signifies an escalation on Israel's targeting of military officials from Iran, which supports terrorist groups fighting in Israel in Gaza and along its border with Lebanon. A member of Hezbollah, Hussein Youssef, has also died in the attack. However, Hezbollah has not publicly announced the death. Hamas, which rules Gaza and attacked Israel on the 7th of October, is backed by Iran. Israel did not comment on the attack, although a military spokesperson blamed Iran for a drone strike early on Monday against a naval base in southern Israel. While Iran's consular building was leveled in the attack, its main embassy building remains intact, according to Syria's state news agency. Iran condemned the attack and called the attack a violation of all international obligations and conventions.
من خدمت شما عرض کردم که الان اطلاعات شما داریم حدود احتمالاً بین 5 تا 7 نفر شهید شدن و 2 نفر از پلیس که محافظ ساخت.
Arnab with the ultimate Aam Aadmi Party versus BJP debate. ED hardens position. Aam Aadmi Party says no proof yet. It's a straight AAP versus BJP debate on the liquor gate. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
तमिलनाडु में भारत के समुद्री तट से कुछ दूर श्रीलंका और तमिलनाडु के बीच में समंदर में एक टापू है। ये कांग्रेस के लोगों ने मां भारती का एक अंग काट दिया।